Hello and welcome back to my channel, Being Human in South Africa. Being human encompasses so much, and today I'm going to talk about the Zohar again, the work of mystical Kabbalah. And I've been looking for a sign of what to talk about because there's so much going on and so much to talk about. And today I received a message from a priest who I know, and tomorrow is Saturday of Souls in the Christian Orthodox Church in South Africa. And the souls we're praying for are the souls of the departed, obviously, in this case. And the souls that we're particularly interested in are the souls that are important to us, from our family, our parents, our siblings, our children, our cousins, but then also those souls who left suddenly, unexpectedly, perhaps in an earthquake or a car crash or drowning or any of those other kinds of things. So what we're doing is we're praying for the souls because we believe that if we pray for them, then they will receive more mercy at the time of judgment. So Christian Orthodox believe that when Christ returns, the Messiah returns, then the souls will be judged and they will receive everlasting life. Jewish people believe that there's life after death. So you get put in the ground, some get cremated, whatever your custom is. Menag hamakom, we can talk about that. Please let me know. And so there's life after death. And Buddhists believe in reincarnation, so you're going to come back. And you might come back multiple times because your task might not be finished for whatever reason. And things might happen in this life that are inexplicable or unexplainable, and Buddhists might say, well, it's because of what you did in a previous life that's coming back to haunt you, or even to give you forgiveness because you've done something in this life, but you've done something good in a previous life, and you can come back as an animal, and there's a whole progression in Buddhism of coming back, returning, and you can have thousands of lifetimes from a Buddhist point of view. So let's just look at the Zohar. The Zohar in the first book, which I'm focusing on now, Bereshit, talks about something called metempsychosis, which is a fancy word for reincarnation. And it says that Cain and Abel got reincarnated as Moses and his father-in-law Yitro. So there's a whole explanation of how that works, and I'm not going to go into it now, but it explains that we reincarnated and we have multiple lives, and this is very much the Buddhist philosophy as well, and the ancient Zohar, and perhaps, that when you entering religion and studying, then perhaps you need to have an easy path. I mean, God doesn't want to chase us away. He wants us to have an easy path to religion and to discovering God, the infinite, the universal energy. So we need to have a way of saying, well, what is it that we can get in touch with? And as we learn more and more, then we can touch more and more. We can feel more and more. And I was with a friend 2 days ago. We were having coffee, and it was with my father yesterday. I was with my father yesterday, and we were talking about he's got a sore on his elbow, and I said, is it sore? And he said, no. And he said, that he said something really profound, which is that by the time we feel something, there's multiple things that have happened. So we actually, by the time something comes out in the body, there's multiple things that happen. I've expressed this before, that we have the 4 levels of body, which is spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. So by the time something comes out in the physical body, it's been experienced in the other bodies, and it's telling us something. So what is the message? If our bodies weren't forgiving, then we would never be able to learn to walk, for example, because we would fall over as a baby, we would hurt ourselves, and we wouldn't be able to get up again. But we know that doesn't happen. We fall over, we get up, we fall over, we get up, we fall over, we get up. And then when we become adults, we may fall over, we may hurt ourselves, we may get a bruise, but we must never give up. There's the message there that we can constantly reinvent ourselves, reincarnate, as it were, even in this life. So I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I pray for you, and I love you, and I thank you for being on my channel. Every person who's here, who watches, who subscribes, or comments, blesses me and everybody else in the channel in some way, gives your thoughts. And I know there's a lot of different subjects to talk about, but there's a lot of things going on, and we're not simply one thing. We give ourselves a competency or a title, but that should not limit us. We are infinite beings. We are infinitely capable of so much, and we should look into all that. And we should, when we fall down in this life, when we have something bad that happens to us, we should reincarnate ourselves, in a sense, to bring ourselves back to who we can be, not to return to the old, but to take what we learnt and to bring it into our conscious. Thank you.